Hey friends, I hope this video finds you well and healthy and safe. I miss you all terribly. This has been a strange time, just trying to really find my place in all of this, and I feel a little out of sorts right now because I feel my best when I'm serving my community, and I'm not allowed to touch people right now. So it's a little disorienting. So I wanted to create a video that would hopefully help tie you all over until we can see one another again, and you can receive body work. So one of the most common things that I see in my practice is neck and shoulder pain and jaw issues. So I wanted to provide a little video on things that you can do at home to help create relief. So depending on what your circumstances are and all of that, you can take as much as you want and leave the rest. If something doesn't feel good or doesn't resonate with you, please don't do it. We're going to be working with a few of the myofascial lines in the hands, the wrists, biceps, shoulders, and into the jaw and neck and the back of the neck. And these can be done 10-15 minutes every other day or whenever you feel like you need it. It's a really great way to relax too, and create a little bit of relief to your nervous system. So let's start with the hands. So let's take the right hand and grab onto that meaty part between your thumb and your first finger. Just give it a little squeeze. Work right in there. I like to make the money sign, just kind of rub back and forth in there. And then gently pull the thumb back. There we go. And kind of work into that meaty part. And then do the same with the fingers. Just bend back, bend forward. I like to do kind of this with my wrist. So as you pull the fingertips down and forward, you'll feel this really deep stretch in all of those tendons and ligaments on top of the hand. And then take your thumb, place it on the inside of your fist, and then curl your fingers over it, and then just roll the wrist. This feels really nice. Know that quite a few of us that are still able to work right now are working on computers, working remotely from home, and a lot of times that can create a lot of stress in these particular myofascial lines, starting with the fingers and the wrists. All right, and then open, close, open, close, open, close. And then we'll take the hand, and hopefully you can see this here, but on the inside, on the thumb side of the forearm, you'll find this other little thick part. And work right in there. And as you're doing this, kind of rubbing into there with your thumb and your first finger, turn your wrist. There we go. And you'll feel it kind of loosen up. You can make those fists again and round it out. And then release, shake it out. And then from here, take your arm overhead. You'll feel, this is your pectoralis major. And your pec minor is in there some. You'll feel your pec minor. It's very tight and very tender on most people. And then again, take your thumb, your first finger, just kind of squeeze in there. And again, you can kind of shimmy and go back and forth. on that pec muscle. And I like to kind of roll my shoulder back and open this up. And then you'll find a nice little like tender spot right in here. That's your pec minor. This is a really good pressure point actually. If you just find that tender spot, release your arm down and just press. There we go. And then from there, I just like to take my whole fist and just grab and pull forward, down. And then there's another little pressure point right in here. You'll feel there's like a divot in the wrist right there. And press in there and just kind of roll the wrist out. Open. I have my hand on the underside, opening the wrist. And turn, pull towards you. And shake it out. Shake it out. Then lift up the arm again and grab the other side. So we grabbed the pec this last time. We're going to grab the back side. And these are all of your sits muscles, so your rotator cuff. And again, it's really nice. You can kind of rest your hand on your head if you want. You can just kind of dig right in there. Pull away, pull forward, pull away, pull forward. And then rest. Feel the difference between your left and your right side. And then do a little repeat on the right side. I'm not going to do it right now just for the sake of time. If you are doing this at home, then you could just press pause or rewind it and then go up the right arm if you'd like. And then from here, what we're going to do is just feel the collarbone. So it's that bony protrusion right across the collar, right here. And you can just kind of feel along there. And then you'll feel this little notch right here. So you can see on me, this is your sternocleidomastoid. It's your SCM. And this is responsible for a lot of neck pain. So the responsibility of this muscle is not only to keep your head upright, but to create that twisting of the head. And it connects right in front of your occipital ridge, like slightly in back, IGI, and just in front of it. So what I like to do, this is one that's really tight on me, just from practicing yoga and doing headstands and stupid stuff like that. You turn your head and you could feel it kind of pop out a little bit. So from here, grab it, kind of relax your neck a little bit, and then pull back, forward, back, forward. And you'll feel the fascia start to release. So for those of us that sit at a desk, this can tend to be pretty tight because we all have that tendency to kind of like jet our chin forward. And what that does is it tightens the muscle and kind of shortens the length of this muscle. So a lot of times you'll notice, for those of us that are taller too, we kind of jet our head forward, and it'll create a scooping in the back of the neck. So it's really good to kind of work into this muscle. Oh, I'm gonna look all red. Again, turn, grab, and then just kind of work back and forth. Oh, it feels so good. So again, I'm doing kind of like this motion with my hands. And just, I like to stop at a place that just feels kind of tender. Keep doing that motion. Sometimes it helps to kind of like move your neck around a little bit, get a good stretch. I like down here when you get the last part next to the collarbone, if you pull it forward and kind of lean your head back, it feels really good. It hurts, but it feels good. Okay, we got that taken care of. So we can't forget about the ears. So we have a myofascial line that runs from our ear, down our arm, all the way down to our thumb. And so it's really crucial to massage the ears as well. So just like pulling the ear up, ear back, ear down, massaging. Again, that same kind of pressing of the fingers together. Again, pulling away, pulling down. Feels really good. Doing it on both sides. And then take your fingers to the back of your head. Hopefully you guys can see. The back of your head. You'll feel this kind of like bony ridge. So if you take your first two fingers and first kind of press in and then out and up. And there's a nice spot right in there. Again, you'll feel it's kind of tender. And then you can kind of rock your head left to right. You find a good spot. Pull. Put your fingers kind of in that little notch at the base of your head and pull up. Work your way around until you get to your chin. You have all these little lymph nodes around your chin, the underside of your chin. It's good to kind of give them a little bit of love. You can even break up the fascia in the front of your neck by taking your hands on either side of your esophagus. Just kind of pushing it back and forth. I know it feels kind of weird. It's good for you though. Your thyroid is in this area. It's good to give it some love. And then let's work into our jaw. This is the best part. So taking your hands on either side of your jaw, I want you to bring your hands to the outside of your lips and then just kind of very lightly graze back until you start to feel like some muscle underneath your hands, underneath your fingers. And then from here, open your jaw and press back. You'll feel it's your masseter. It's one of the most powerful muscles in your entire body. If you press back into it and just run the length of it. Then close your jaw and place your fingers on the outside of it. Open your jaw and then rake your fingers down. I like to take my fingers and just kind of run them along the side here too. Oh. And if you find any spots that kind of hurt in a good way, Just stay there for a little bit. And work into your jaw, cheekbones. Oh, this is a good one. Press in between your eyes and lift up. And then along your hairline feels really good too. Lifting up and away. And massaging into your temples. Okay. And then your chest, you'll feel your sternum right here. Just gently take your fingers and just rake to the side. Open it up. Okay. Roll your shoulders. And there you go. A little self-massage for you. So I'm open for suggestions, anything that you're dealing with or working with. If you want a personal video, let me know. If you're experiencing lower back pain or any other issues, I'm all ears. So feel free to send me a message or via text or via email. Or give me a phone call. Very much miss all of you guys. And again, I hope you're doing well and staying sane during this time. Love you all. Be well.